energy. Living legends are reaching me. Sharing knowledge with you and me. Teaching us how to lead with Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. On the run. Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. On the run. Yeah. Keep on building that synergy. One blood better than you and me. Keep on building that synergy. One blood better than you and me. Keep on building that synergy. One blood better than you and me. Keep on building that synergy. One blood better than you and me.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. Everybody know I cannot sing. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. For those who I have not connected with, talked to since the new year started, happy New Year's 2024. For those who have been, following me every step of the way, guys, 2023, as you know, was a very, very exciting year for me. And I'm just still bubbling over with excitement and celebrating mode, being in that celebration season. So I hope you all had a chance to at least, look at my newsletter that I sent out to invite you to the show today, but most importantly, to read about, some of the things that we're doing. But I just want to welcome you all back. We are kicking it off again, guys. We're still in season 2, but we all know when you serve the community, when you give back to those, less fortunate than yourselves, you work on a lot of projects at the same time. I mean, a lot of projects at the same time. And sometimes that may interfere a little bit with some of the creative things that you want to do. And this is one of those creative things that I love doing. And I love doing it with our girl, Krista Glenn, smart video girl, who's always behind the scenes, making us look professional, fabulous, fun, and all of that. So I just wanted, guys, just to welcome you to a special podcast today. And this podcast is where we're really celebrating you. A lot of us don't always showcase what we're doing and how we serve. But, we're going into a, auspicious year, right? And during this auspicious year, we have to let people know who we are and how we serve the community, because they have to know that we exist. And that's the reason why I wanted to do this special podcast show, just to say, guys, how are you? How are you serving out there? How are you giving back? But before we even get into all of that, let me get into some, basic rules about the podcast show. First of all, you can watch it over there on YouTube. You already know that, on the Sharon Lee Leading Within YouTube channel. You can watch it under our Facebook channel, which is the Facebook group page, which is Sharon Lee Briefing. You got to send me an invite in order for me to accept you. So if you got family and friends saying, hey, I can't watch it on Facebook, don't worry. Just, send them over to the Sharon Lee Leading Within YouTube channel, and it's streaming live over there as well. So what is our podcast about? It's what it's always been about. We're laughing, we're learning, and we're leading, guys. That's the only way I think we can make it in this world these days. We have to laugh, we have to learn, and we have to lead. And how do you lead? You lead based on what those gifts God has birthed into you, and you lead based on how you serve the community, how you serve your family, how you serve one another collectively. So please share this out to your family, your friends. I am asking those. We got a special opportunity for you today. So if you're over there on Facebook and you can hear me clear and everything, please do me a favor. Put your name in the comment so I can give credit on people who are making comments. Put your name in the comments. Let me know how you're serving. And if you're interested, you can inbox me, and then I can share with you how you can join this live stream. We call it StreamYard. You can join this, and then we can just dialogue, and you can share with the audience nationwide or globally how you serve the community. So what is this? This marketing one-on-one, right? opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. It does not always come. We don't always do this, but I just want you to know that this opportunity is open for you. I want to also thank Dana Parker. She created our theme song, Sharon Lee on the Run, which I love, love, love. And we're going to push it every step of the way on throughout our show today so that you all can see that we have some creative moms out there, creative dads out there doing their thing and helping what we do here at the Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast Show, and also for Rosa and other organizations that I support. I also want y'all to thank Sean Parker, which is my nephew. Now, look, I'm going to pause for a second on the Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast Show because we got to send some major prayers up in the air for some family members and friends. I want to send some prayers up in the air for my nephew, Sean. He just had surgery. I'm not putting his business out there, but please, please pray for him. He's doing a wonderful job in his recovery, but the more prayers the better, because you all know how hard he works. He's always working in the community. He's always supporting me on my platform. So please, please, please pray for him, okay? All right. Also, Dr. Teresa Ann Mosley, her brother just passed away. If you all don't know, please, inbox her, send her your condolences. She supports me as well on the American Mothers side of the house, on the Rosa side of the house. I mean, anything, the Crossland High School. She's a former vice president, principal there, not vice, but principal at Crossland High School. And she's just doing wonderful stuff with her Peace Ambassador platform. So please send her some condolences as well because of the loss of her brother. So I'm just excited, guys. We're having fun, we're learning, and we're going to lead. So I am going to start off by saying, if you all can share in the comments, how many times Rosa has hosted our annual contest. I want to come out the gate giving gifts, okay? I want to come out the gate giving opportunities. I want to come out of the gate showcasing you and sharing what you do. So I'm looking at some of the comments. I see Happy Friday, but I don't see a name. And I see hello, sweet Sharon. Who's this? Okay, I like this little comment. Wait a minute. Who's this? Hello, sweet Sharon. Who's my fellow mom from American Mothers? Please, please put your name in the comments because Facebook is not allowing your name to show up, and I do not like that. So someone's put in good afternoon, Sharon. Good afternoon to you. Please, again, put your name in the comments. Someone put 10 in the comments. Now, that 10 in the comments is absolutely the winner. So please, 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 put your name in the comment for those who said 10. I'm not sure, or for the person who said 10, please put your name in the comment. I want to give you a shout out, and I want to showcase you and give you a gift. So I'm going to ask Chris to do me a favor. While we're getting those comments populated, I would love, oh my God, my girl, do I have my girl Lisa in the house? Do I have Lisa in the house? Awesome. So what I would love to do while we're getting these responses populated is to, okay, someone's writing a real long, oh, that's Joyce. Wait a minute. We got the national president of American Mothers in the house, sharing a very wonderful comment. So I can't wait to show you what we're going to be doing here in DC and also in Omaha, Nebraska in April for the American Mothers Organization. So I'm extremely happy. Guys, the 10th, Maria, you put it in there. Okay, Maria put 10th. She's absolutely correct. Maria has already won every possible gift that I can give her. Because every question I ask, my girl always get it right. So I'm just excited for you, Maria. I am going to create for you a personal, and this is a sponsorship that I'm doing for a lot of people who are supporting an event that we're doing in February. So it's going to be a personal motherhood magical moments. Okay. And this image is to one, highlight the event that I'm going to share with you all later, not now, but I'm going to share with you later on what it's about. And two, it's also to just put on your Facebook profiles, any of your social media profiles, and showcase you being a magical mom doing magical things with number of magical hats, because that's how we do it around here, guys. Moms, we kind of, rule this place, but we got to do it collectively. So this is what it's all about. So with that being said, could you bring up Lisa Dove Washington? Hey, Lisa.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. But you know what? You always, always, you got me crying over here, Lisa. Why you had me crying over here, girl?
That's not me. You know.
You always, always answer the call. And I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you for everything because you know my heart, you know my mind, you know my mindset on how I think about strategizing things, and you get it and you answer that call. So thank you. I see some more comments over there. Hey ladies, okay guys, y'all got to put your name in that comment section so I can know who you are and give you a shout out. So
Yes,
Lisa,
it's Maria. Hey, Maria.
that's still Maria. Okay, so today episode, the podcast special show, is about how you serve. And I'm asking the community, for those who want to come on and just, like you are, share a few minutes with us about what you do in the community, how you serve the community, and most importantly, what do you want an impact of change to be? Because we all know, I'm going to use the word auspicious all year long. Okay. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to say crazy. I'm just going to say auspicious, right? Because you can't control what other people do. You can only control how you react
Right.
to what other people do, be it good, bad, or indifference, be it the very, very low income to the very, very rich, right? So it's a state of mindset of unconditional love, where you're giving from your heart just because you're not taking no crap though, but you're still giving from your heart because that's what God wants us all to be about. Be about
Absolutely.
serving those disadvantaged, the underserved, and those who are not privy to be able to have a voice like we have, to be able to have a platform like we have, to be able to highlight and uplift people like we can do. So with that calling, we got to really answer that call. So Lisa, give us your full name again. I already did it, but give it to us again. Give us the name of your business. Give us the name of your platforms, and tell us how you serve.
Whew. And this is where I'm challenged. So, but it's Lisa Dove Washington. I'm always honored to be with you, Sharon. And just what you said is how I feel as well. That you understand me. So what I've been struggling with lately, and that's why this question is so powerful to me, is that there's sometimes when I can't show up. There's sometimes when I get that call and there's something else going on. And what happens is I tend to not share everything that's going on, or I don't share how intense it might be.
Mm.
Because I do want to make myself available, because there's still somebody who may need me, or I need them in my time of this. So I appreciate you for understanding that, because you'll have times when people, place a call, and because you can't do it, then comes judgment. And you don't do that. And I appreciate that. And so, my journey with my platforms, I have the Power Shut Up podcast. I actually, skipped a year because of some family situations with my mom, helping her, that I couldn't do the Hidden Treasure Awards. But that's a huge thing that I do, and hopefully will be a staple in the community at some point, where I recognize those who sometimes aren't seen.
Mm.
And I think part of my journey, and you probably will understand this when I say this, but a lot of things that I do, and I think I've shared this with you, and actually Prince Dejour, who's a friend of mine that has noticed it as well, is that a lot of times when you see us take pictures at our events and, speaking engagements, I'm always in the back, because I'm usually allowing people to move forward and get their space, and I don't want to compete. So I'm getting in the picture, but I'm usually a little poke in the back. And I'm working on that. It's just that I struggle because I don't necessarily have to be in the front, but I do know that at times you go unseen
Mm.
because you're back there. But I thank you for these kind of questions, because then it allows me, even though you might not even have known I was in the room, that I'm there. I'm receiving the information that you're laying down, or anybody else is, and you're providing an opportunity for those who others haven't locked into yet. And so here's another opportunity to just lock into people moving in a way that you don't even realize how it's touching the community. So, I mean, I have the Dove Style magazine project that is changing and shifting that I'm working on, but it still is another way to highlight those who are doing some amazing things in the community. And I've been blessed to be able to not just highlight local celebrity, but even, national celebrity. I've had some huge opportunities to meet some wonderful people, even celebrity that you might not have known that they had an organization that gave back to children or whatever.
Mm,
That's what you didn't know about them.
right.
So these are the things that I try to do in my, journey to just be. I am a giver at heart, so almost to an extreme at times. But I can't see doing it any other way. And what I have kind of married the idea of giving is that I don't expect anything in return. Now, I'm not telling
Mm,
you that I've always been that way. Sometimes it's hurtful when you give and you do, and you feel like I'm not getting anything back.
mm-hmm,
So I've had to work through, as I'm a giver, you have to work through that expectation that you have. Not saying that it should, you would think it's an automatic, but it's not. And that's the reality. So that's when you do a heart check to what you were saying.
mm,
Are you really giving because you just absolutely want to give? Or are you giving because you're expecting that pat on the back or, that reciprocity? Because that was one of my words for a long time. But this year, my word is just realization. I'm realizing. I think the observer in me has now showed up in a way that's going to bless me in a major way. So I appreciate you. So that's in a nutshell what some of my platforms do. And that's why I've kind of engaged with you with the Rosa a long time ago, because I saw that, deep down, this is what you were doing. And it really didn't matter about the other stuff. She's giving back and in a way that's permanent. I mean, what you're providing and giving to people is priceless. I mean, you just can't put a price on it. So it's kind of sad when I see that people don't get it, but I do understand that everybody gets things at different times. So it doesn't mean that they'll never get it. It just means that they're just not getting it today, and that's fine. So thank you, Sharon. I appreciate you.
you're very, very welcome. And with that being said, I get it that people are busy. I get it that people are multitasking on so many levels. Okay. And especially moms. I get it that people are trying to make ends meet to feed their families, to have a place for their family to live, to focus on some major issues that's going on in the community. And a lot of time it's compounded issues. I mean, it's not that I just can't pay my electric bill. I can't buy food, because it's so expensive. I can't pay my rent. I can't pay my mortgage. I can't get my child into a rehab program because everything is so expensive. I can't do all of these things, but yet I'm still trying to be a professional, right? And I'm still trying to be an author, and I'm still trying to be a speaker, and I'm still trying to, go to church and be able to, satisfy God. And I'm not getting it that I can't do it all.
Right.
And because I'm not getting it that I can't do it all, that's where the unconditional love comes in for me. So I don't expect everyone to get what we're doing over here, Lisa, but when they look back at our legacy, they will no longer be able to say, why didn't you not do something?
Right.
Why didn't you not say something? Because guess what? We've been saying it for 16 years at Rosa,
Right.
and you've been saying it for over 20 probably years with on your platforms, and we've been saying it and we've been saying it. And no matter what people think, action speaks louder than words. Okay. So you may not get it because you have your own ulterior motives not to get it. We're in a doggy dog competitive world.
Yes,
And when you're in that competitive world, a lot of people are hurtful out there. And a lot of people will indirectly sabotage you
that's true.
because they don't want you to succeed because they see you succeeding.
That's right.
But guess what? That's their problem.
That's right.
That's not ours. So can I get an amen out there for
Amen. That's
somebody?
that's a them
This is
problem
the
for sure.
mindset you have to have when you know your why. This is the mindset you have to have when you know that it's not about you. This is the mindset that you have to have when you know it's about someone less fortunate than you. You're using gifts, whatever those gifts God poured into you, to help someone else. So, guys, y'all know I can preach when I get ready to, right?
I
But I'm
love
not.
it.
So what I would like for Chris to do, I just want her to, if she could bring up the video production we created, because this video production, I think, kind of speaks volumes. And I want to say hi to Cynthia Lane, who's on the line. I want to say hi
Hi,
to Sir Charles
Cynthia.
Ferry, who's on the line. I want to say hi to Maria, who's on the line. On the screen. I want to also say hi to Joyce again. Joyce, don't go anywhere because I want to showcase something and have you make some comments on it. And I want y'all to share this out. Maria talks about her STEM program all the time, her chess club. When I say we're all serving, we're moms, we're dads, we're serving. And that's what it's really all about. But Chris, yes, if you could bring the video up and let everyone enjoy, and if you can recognize some people in the video, please, please, please put their names in the comments, because the one who have the most people in the comments is going to win a monetary gift from us. So please.
Synergy, energy, living legends are reaching me. Sharing knowledge with you and me, teaching us how to lead with Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. On the run. Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. On the run. Yeah. Keep on doing that synergy. One blood at a time, you and me. Keep on doing that synergy. One blood at a time, you and me. Keep on doing that synergy. One blood at a time, you and me. Keep on doing that synergy. One blood at a time, you and me.
That was nice.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm learning a lot from you and others who help me find my creative voice, because y'all know I'm analytical. I like you, Lisa. I like to be behind the scenes. Don't put me in front of the scenes. I want to stay behind, but somebody said, no, you got to come out here. But no, I learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot from Sir Charles. I've learned a lot from so many people who helped me tell my story. And last year was a very, very phenomenal year for me. And as I think about the word auspicious, and I think about the word, synergy and leading within, I just thank God. I just thank him. Because when you know you're aligned at the right time, it's nothing in the world that can prevent you from being the best of who you are.
Absolutely.
And I've been sharing, Charles was like, why are you having 2 birthday celebrations? What's wrong with you? Why do you get to celebrate twice in the year? Right. I said, do you understand that I'm turning 60? I turned 60 during the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington. I mean, the synergy there can't go any further than that. That's the ultimate time to celebrate who you are. It's because of the year that you were born. And I just happened to have been born in a year that was all about giving and serving. Civil rights, civil rights was all around us. And it's in my DNA. So I can't help but to give back. So I really wanted to celebrate my birthday, even though it was in May, my grand HBCU college. And I was not going to overshine his birthday in May. It was not going to happen. He graduated from Bowie State University in Bowie, Maryland, Trayvon Fritz, who's my grandbaby, who's been on the platform for me, just giving and shining as well. So I did not want to celebrate my birthday in May, but my family saw fit to do it in December. And guess what? I had a ball. I
You and that takes, and I will say, Sharon, when you share with me the reasoning, which is powerful, it takes guts. And all I could think about was, how that was just such a wild moment for me, because it's like, who does that? And who is okay with people not understanding it? But when you see misunderstanding or confusion, you are more than happy to share with someone why and make the connection for them. And it's like, ultimately, when you make the connection, it's like, I get it. So there's no more questions after that, because you get it. And the fact that you take something that is so dear to you, that you've proven over and over and over again that this is what I'm supposed to be here to do, and you connect it to your personal life in a way that makes sense. This just shows that alignment, shows that synergy. So you're just like a walking billboard for synergy, even with self. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank you,
I don't
Lisa.
know what's going on with people who don't, but I would suggest that people who are not getting it, are not digging deep enough, and they're just not paying attention, because you make it very clear. I know sometimes everybody sees things differently, but even though you get into the weeds because this is your baby, in the end, it all seems to make sense. And that's why I think that some people who seem not to get it or seem confused still show up,
Yes.
even if they're not quite clear. Something is drawing them in, and I think that that's what you're kind of tapping into.
So think about that for a second. And that's why I love talking to you. And I love the fact that you're on. When I started Rosa back in 2008, I knew walking in the door that was going to be the hardest job on the planet, to get people of color to love themselves so unconditionally, right? So unconditionally that they could see how God is working through a little civil rights baby who had no plans to go down this path, who was used to be shy but yet found her voice, who used to be non-creative but yet learned how to use her tools and connect the dots with people. So I already knew what my challenge was going to be. But guess what? You hit it on the head. They don't get it because at some point people don't know deep inside who they are, and they don't know how to celebrate themselves. They don't know how to celebrate the jewels, all the powerful things God put in our ancestors, which transferred into them. And to hear someone talk about it year after year after year, and not just celebrate those in the past, to celebrate them themselves. They can't
Absolutely.
receive it because their mind, unfortunately, has been so unconditioned to think, I'm not worthy of
Mm-hmm.
this celebration. I'm not worthy of this recognition. Yes, you are worthy. And that's what I'm going to keep on doing.
Absolutely. And you know what distinguishes you from a lot of people is, and I think this is a hard thing for people to do. So it's not a blame. I think we all are struggle with it at times. I can be guilty of that as well. But I think you believe in your assignment, and that's why you're able to fulfill it. And a lot of people have assignments, they know what they are, they even know how to get it done, but the missing key is that they don't believe in it.
Mm,
And so
yeah.
that's what keeps them. And I think you, because you believe, I mean, truly believe, nothing can stop you. And so you keep going, regardless of who shows up, regardless of whatever, you keep going because you believe. And that's the first step. And I think a lot of people miss that, but you believe in it. And it's clear that you believe in the mission. And so it's like, okay, well, the train is coming through. I would love for you all to hop on. But here's the key: you can miss this trip, but I'm coming back around. So
That, as they say, Lisa, that right there. All right. With that being said, Chris, could you bring up? I'm gonna give a shout out to a couple of our sponsors. American Mothers is. I've been supporting them, another platform, for about what 11 years now, since 2012. I'm going on 12 years now, and I'm just happy to share that I serve now as the Area 5 coordinator. Now, y'all know what the Power 5 means to me, so I don't take that lightly. When God assigns me a task, I'm going to really represent on that task. So I'm the Area 5 coordinator for the American Mothers on the National Board. So, Chris, if you could bring up the flyer where we are having an American Mother event in February, I would love to have that on the screen and I can talk to that. So, guys, check this out. So, first of all, I want to thank Joyce again, Stevens, who's the national president for the American Mothers, for finding time in her busy schedule just to jump on this podcast show and say, hey, Sharon, this is how I volunteer. I volunteer, even though I'm the national president for the American Mothers. These are different industries that I volunteer for. So thank you for your comment, Joyce. We're going to add it on the screen in a little bit about the 700 people that you serve in your community. But I also want to say congratulations to all of the American Mothers 2024 honorees, to those who have been selected to represent mothers in your state all over the country. Congratulations to you. When I was appointed the area coordinator 5 back in July, I said to myself, how can I give more visibility to the moms who were not able to come together in person because of COVID-19 and the economy and all kinds of issues that prevents them from connecting with us. So because I wasn't able, to meet a lot of people in person, I want to recognize the 2020 to 2023 Mother of the Years as well. We're doing an event at the National Press Club on February 15th. It's going to be in the evening. This is going to be for the honorees, the state presidents, the executive team of the associations in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. The national board is coming in. Our national 2023 Mother of the Year, Dr. Lori Johnson Vegas, is going to be coming in. She's going to be sharing a message. But I want to officially say, here's the invite for you all to come out. So y'all got to share this out. Again, it's Karen and Pass, American Mothers in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. It's a tri-state event, also in West Virginia. I want you all to come out on February 15th at 5:30 at the National Press Club. You need to RSVP to me as soon as you can so that we can get a count so we can know, what to order. I also want to share that I'm opening up this opportunity for sponsorship. So guys, because I'm the host of the event and we're going to be, of course, the National Press Club is not inexpensive. I'm asking those, if you're willing to, none of the honorees though, but I'm in none of the, executive boards, but I'm asking my family, my friends, my guests to help me make this Power of 5 area coordinator event a success. Why? Because guys, it takes a lot to bring people together, and I just want y'all to know how important this is to me. So, but we're not going to just ask you for a gift. We're going to give you something in return. So remember, the theme for the American Mothers is motherhood magical moments with an S. So I am going to create a magical photo with your likeness in it. Is just going to be having your pretty smile, bust up, pretty smile, look of you smiling. I'm going to turn it into an animated picture, and I'm going to put the American Mothers website on it for you all to look it up to become members, hopefully. And I'm going to put the theme, Motherhood's Magical Mom. So only $50. You saw the flyer. Inbox me on Facebook, email me at ccparker123@aol.com, or y'all got my number, call me directly and say, Miss Parker, I love your show. I don't want to be a sponsor. I see what you're doing. I see how you're bringing us all together, especially moms. And I just want to, support what you do. So, all right, with that being said, if Lisa, if you could come back up, I want to get into what do you have going on in 2024? What's on your agenda in 2024?
That is a good question. I think a lot of my struggles have been about I'm comfortable with my no, but I tend to still say yes a lot of times. And I think I am some at times overwhelm myself because I want to help everybody. So my goals and things that I'm focused on in 2024 is definitely to keep me centered as far as my health, my
Yes,
mental, and as I continue to do what I'm doing, because I am totally standing firm on the things that I do are absolutely what I want to do. And
correct.
I want to do them always, but I do want to focus on managing them in a way that I'm still able to, be healthy to continue. So family is definitely always going to be my focus. But I'm always going to stay true to what I am here to do. And to what I said about what I think you are as a believer in what you're doing, to continue to go back to that. I believe in what I'm doing, so never stop, regardless of what's happening, regardless of who doesn't, support, who doesn't. That's not my focus. I'm focusing on those who get me, and who understand, and who are willing to be open to hear more. And hopefully it will draw in those who are on the other side of the fence. So it's not going to stop me though. So
Lisa, I just know that what you have done thus far, everything you have touched has turned into a success
I appreciate
on
that.
so many levels. You're publishing books, your publishing company, your platforms, every event that you have. I tell you, people love it because they love how you operate in excellence.
Thank you.
And because you're so smart and so creative. I was watching the television the other day and I saw an announcement that came on to inspire girls. You have a mentoring platform you support. Tell us about that.
Yes, I love me mentoring. Darcel Collins is the founder. She does an amazing job. I love her journey. I think I've connected you all, but she is a wonderful person to talk to about just believing. She is another believer, as I would call them, that believed it. She struggled with it. It was hard to get mentors. And she is actually sitting in a position this year where she has an abundance, and there have been times when she didn't have enough mentors for the mentees, which is a good sign. She's touching people, she's reaching people. And I was really amazed. I met her and her husband because my husband and I bowled with them years and years ago. She reached out. It was definitely up my lane because I'm all about the youth, just like you.
Yes.
And I love the way she encourages these young women to really love themselves, and that's the key. I think that's where the struggle is. And yes, you can bring young people together and you can go to outings and do things like that, but she's really pouring into them. We get real about who we are as mentors. It's not a I'm up here, you're down here. It is
Yes.
really, how can you relate? I understand what you're going through. You're not alone. So I absolutely love it. And each generation is interesting, Sharon. This would be a great conversation with us offline, is that the generations are different.
Yes.
So, you're learning more about young people based on the generation we're in. So,
Yes.
me being a mentor previously to my mentee, her sister prior, who's getting ready to graduate from college, as a matter of fact, she, graduated out of the program, but now I have her sister as my mentee, and she's a very different young lady. So it's teaching me that we can't put all young people in one bucket
That's right.
and decide that we got all the answers because with this person we did this. It is yes, and Maria actually spoke with them on the STEM program. So part of what I do too is bring in those women who are doing amazing things and come in and talk to these young ladies and show them that we're out here doing things. This is not just talk. There are women in your community that are doing some amazing things. And Maria shares some things I didn't know about Maria. She shared with these young ladies, and I was like, oh my goodness, I am honored. So I love it. It's a great program. It's called I Love Me Mentoring. It's in the Maryland area. And this is a woman who took her, blood, sweat, and tears and her own money and put it into something and has built up to a place where she actually has a brick and mortar. There's a place where we can go now. We're not
Wow.
looking for a donated space anymore. And then she rents the space out to other people to do events and things like that. And this is how we can connect and give back. So, yes, I'm always going to be honored to be a part of what she does, because she actually exposes them to things that I think these young people don't get an opportunity to do, which connects to what you do. Is history. They don't know our history because we don't provide them with the opportunity to understand what it was, what we did. So yeah, it's amazing, and I'm honored to have been a mentor for probably about 7 years. I'm not sure. Yeah, I love
But
it.
that's what it's all about, man. I tell you, that is so what it's all about. I was sharing that I saw a program on television the other day that reminded me of you. The president of Spelman College shared on CBS
I know I'm a Spelman night, so
that they just got a donation over $100 million
yes,
to the HBCU college. And you just came to mind the moment I heard it on the news because you went to Spelman. And it came to mind the type of people Spelman births out of that HBCU. And I'll tell anyone out there, look, you don't know the struggles that we go through
that's right.
mentally, psychologically, economically, socially. But yet we can still make it through Spelman. Okay.
That
That
part.
speaks volumes of what you're made of. That's why I said that it was going to be a difficult task for me 16 years ago with Rosa to get people to understand that. But because I know what we're made of and I know how others work with us to make us better, and I'm not just talking African American, I'm talking about everybody, but
Everybody.
no one can deny that women, especially women, are African American women and women of color struggle so much on so many levels that we are constantly overcoming challenges every day.
That's
And they
right.
don't see it on us. They don't understand why they don't see it on us. Why don't your face look wrinkled? Why are you smiling all the time? What's wrong with you? Didn't you just, lose your job?
Right. Right.
Isn't your husband in the hospital? Didn't your children, get in trouble? What's wrong with you? We got something deeper inside of us that makes us always want to give.
That's right.
And when you always want to give, God is going to always give to you. And the first thing he's going to do is tap into that brain. What are you coming with? What are you going to develop? So I tell all of the next generation, please, I know different generations are different. I get it. But don't destroy your brain.
That's right.
Don't put stuff in your body that's going to mess up your brain because you have no idea how that intellectual property up
Yes.
there is going to open up worlds of opportunities for you. Tell those naysayers, no, you don't want the drugs. You don't want the liquor. You don't want the pills. You don't want anything that's going to have us out here trying to support numerous causes because we're trying to help you overcome some of the bad decisions. Make a decision now. Don't destroy your brain. And
And
that's
Sharon, let me point this out because you mentioned this was your 60th birthday you were celebrating. Ironically enough, I'm in my 55th year. So there's your five. There's your 5 times 3, actually, because 55 and then 5 years between us. So there's the synergy. But to remind young people that, and I think that this is a misconception, is that the older that you get, the less creative you are, the more that, you're not thinking and innovative and all that kind of stuff. And I think that what you're showing them is that it doesn't stop you all. If you keep your minds open, it grows as you get older. I mean,
yes,
there are people who are 50, 55, 60, 75, 90 who are still making moves and doing things that matter to the community. So you can't think that this is just a young person thing to think and be innovative. There are some really wise people out here that are still starting some amazing programs and things for people. So it doesn't end, it grows. It really does grow.
Totally. So we're going to thank you, Lisa, for those wonderful words, and you're absolutely right. Absolutely. So we're going to bring up another. I have another young lady in our streaming green room, and I want her to come on camera so that we can talk a little bit about her and her event. So I'm not going to call her name because she, don't want me to call her name until I can get it on the screen. So put your camera on, young lady, so that we can talk about your event. Chris, if you could bring up another one of our sponsors for the Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast Show. There's an event that Ill Will Production is going to be presenting on, and I would love for it to come on the screen. So if you could bring that up, please do that. So it's called the Love Lounge Gala, a Valentine's VIP comedy affair. Woo-hoo. All right, now. So this is going to be happening on February 14th from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. 21 and older for the grown and adult folks. This person and her team got Tim Hall, David Carter, who's going to be comedians. They're having a 3-course meals and bottle services. Bottle services. Okay, cool. Valentine's Day giveaway, unlimited access to selfies, studio, and 50-50 raffle. So I understand that there's 3, maybe even 4 different events going on, and it's going to be a lot after that. So I am saying, if Tanique can come off of mute, and there we go. I would love for our production director, Chris, to bring her in so she can share a few words about this event. Hey, Tanika. You- I can't hear anything. We can't hear. We see that you're off mute, but we can't hear on your end. Maybe yeah, maybe your computer is muted. Okay, she'll come back and she'll share some information about her show and everything. So we'll look forward to having her come back. Chris, if you could do the video production again, for some reason, I know I'm not missing the fact that I did not see people answer that question on how many people they recognize in that video. So we're going to share it again. But before that, I do want to show Joyce comment. Joyce wrote a book, but it's okay. It's okay. She's just letting me know that it's her and her friends 6 years into a community. They started a community thrift store in their teeny town of only 700 people. Joyce, y'all need some more people down there. So everything is donated. They have 36 volunteers and 5 board members with this nonprofit organization. Kudos to you, Joyce, and the board. It's a lot of fun. The donations are overflowing, and she said that they give so much back to the town, schools in needs. This is what it's all about. Yes, and they gave nearly what $300,000 with your thrift store nonprofit organization. Though, okay, we need your 700 people to come to Maryland. we can afford to bring you to Maryland. We need your people to come to Maryland, Joyce. Congratulations. This is a perfect example of serving. And in addition to Joyce being the national president for the American Mothers Organization, which is an organization that sometimes people say is a best kept secret. It's not a best kept secret. It's been out there for 89 years, established in New York in 1935. Guys, go online to www.americanmothers.org and just read about all the wonderful things that American Mothers is doing and have done, and all the wonderful people that they're honoring and have honored for 89 years. I also want to give a shout out to our 2023 Mother of the Year, Lynette Lamp. But I also want to give a shout out to Charlene Day, who has been just informed that she's the 2024 Mother of the Year for Maryland. So, whoop,
Yes.
whoop to Charlene. Whoop, whoops. I want to give the shout out to her. We look forward to celebrating you on February 15th. We look forward to celebrating you in Oklahoma. No, I'm sorry, in Omaha, Nebraska. We're going to be doing the 89th convention there. So y'all, again, can go online to the www.americanmothers.org to literally, sign up now. Guess what? The early bird is happening now. The early bird will close on February 15th, the day of the event at the National Press Club. I want to give a shout out to Maria because Maria is the Maryland Association president of American Mothers here, and she's doing a phenomenal job on so many different levels here for American Mothers. I want to thank all of our members who have sponsored for the February 15th. I believe Cynthia Green is sponsoring. I believe we're not the honorees. I want to make sure I got everybody's name right. I want to thank Dr. Arlene Spann for sponsoring. I want to thank what's her name? Carol Maletta for sponsoring, and also Vanessa Purton for sponsoring. And Joyce, I want to thank you. In addition to her being the national president, she said, "Yeah, Sharon, I believe in what you're doing. I believe in this platform. I'm going to sponsor it as well." Who does that, right? Who, as the national president, sponsors your event? Because so we must be doing something right over here and give it back to those moms. So I want to thank those who have sponsored. You're going to get that image. Just please send it to me, a picture of you with your face, just a bust up with you smiling. And then I'll immediately create the animated picture, the motherhood magical moments picture. And then I will definitely send it out to you. You can start sharing that right away. Send it to ccparker123@AOL.com, or you can also text it to me at 202-365-8277, and we'll create a flyer with everyone and their likeness on it and share it, for people to see you around the world. But before I even finish with the announcing this event, I want to thank Miss Edie, Hazel Edie, EDNAY. Thank you for being a sponsor at the National Press Club. Without your membership, we would not have gotten a reduced cost. I'm saying thank you now. We're going to thank you at the event, and we're going to thank you after the event with hopefully a certificate. Not hopefully, we're going to get a certificate for you because you didn't have to do this for us. You may not have known about me or American Mothers, but I know you're a friend of Dr. Barbara Reynolds. And because of that, you opened up that opportunity for me, and I just want to thank you for that. So let me see. We got a couple of more minutes to go, and Tanique, hopefully, I think she's not able to get her computer right. But Chris, if you could do the video again, then we'll go into how we can connect with Lisa and others who want to share in the comments how we can connect with you in 2024, because we want to make 2024 about that collective mindset of serving. Let everything else go, because we need one another more now than ever in 2024.
Yes.
Chris, take it away with the video.
Synergy, energy, living legends are reaching me, sharing knowledge with you and me, teaching us how to lead with Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. On the run. Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. On the run. Yeah. Keep on moving that synergy. 1 month at a time, you and me. Keep on moving that synergy. 1 month at a time, you
All right. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love that
So,
theme music. Okay.
girl, I love it too. I tell you, Lisa, I play it sometimes just to hear myself be on the run.
That's right.
Look, what is she running away from now? Okay, you just don't know. I just want to point out a few things in the video though that really showcase people in the community. Cynthia Lane. She served as the committee chair for the 2024 Dr. Martin Luther King observances at HUD. We just had the program on the 17th on Wednesday. And I tell you, y'all should know I've had Cynthia on my platform for years because talk about a behind the scene person who really works for the benefit of others. Oh my God. She works on so many projects, guys, and she does it in excellence. She keeps us organized. She takes notes. She makes sure that we all, synced in on time with stuff. We were supposed to be in person during the actual observances, but because we weren't able to meet in person within one day, we had to do a complete program virtually.
Mm.
We would not have been able to do that without Cynthia. We would not have been able to do that without the HUD production team, especially her name is Ashley Luke, who helped me create the video production for the event. And I just want to share a few pictures that we shared at the presentation in the video production. And it was a very, very successful event, but it happened not with one of us. It happened with a collaboration of us, Cynthia, her team, different affinity groups, different, the deputy secretary of HUD, so many people said, I'm going to be on the platform to celebrate the importance of Dr. Martin Luther King's message, which is service, which is civil rights, which is equal justice, which is hope, which is all of those things that so many moms and dads as well in the whole community are looking for in 2024. They need to have leadership out there that understands what those words mean. Hope, justice, civil rights, leadership, moms, missions, whatever those are, we need to have those issues addressed. So thank you, Cynthia, for that. I want to thank the DC Rotary Club. Lisa, I'm trying to think of Lisa's name. Lisa's last name. She's going to hurt me. I can't think of your last name, Lisa. But thank you, Cohen. Whew, got to do 60 mine, guys. Blame it on my mind because I'm 60. Okay, Lisa Cohen. I want to thank you for being the president of the DC Rotary Club and having me come out also in December to pitch my story or share my story with those at the DC Rotary Club. I tell you, I had no idea when I presented that they were going to honor me with a certificate, which is in the video, where they're going to honor a tree. They're going to have a tree planted in my name in this year in 2024 because I spoke on their platform. So I'm so honored and I thank you for that. So it's just so many people on the platform. Stefan Matthews, the regional national president, or the regional president, regional 11 president. Thank you for Blacks in Government. Thank you for believing in me, getting me involved with the youth program, the flag program. Thanks for, having the 44th National Training Institute. We don't call it a conference, but we call it a National Training Institute for the Blacks in Government. Thanks for chairing that at the National Harbor in 2023 as well. I think it was in August, September. Excellent job, everyone, on that. And there's so many others that I try to highlight in the video. I cannot end without saying it. I'm not ending quite right now, but I cannot forget about Honorable Carl Snowden. Thank you, Honorable Carl Snowden, for putting together the 60th March on Washington in Annapolis, Maryland on August 27th and 28th. Even though they were doing the 60th March on Washington in DC, you said, no, what? We're doing it right here in Annapolis. We're going to take it to a location where the slaves were brought in and sold in Annapolis, Maryland. So for all of the individuals who worked on the committee, and even I served on the committee, all of the youth that came out from Baltimore, the bands and the community that came out, you all did an excellent job. So I want to thank you for that. And now I guess Lisa, you can share with us, how can one connect with you? How can we just keep up with what you're doing in the community? Because this synergy is not going anywhere. We're going to serve until we can't serve anymore. And I'm
That's
big.
right.
You're on my team.
Absolutely. You can actually go to my website, lisadovewashington.com, and you can also visit I have Facebook pages, TikTok pages. But generally speaking, if you're looking for the power of shut up, I hope you are. You can find me on Facebook with the power of shut up or Lisa Dove Washington. We have some wonderful things coming up. Sharon, you have kind of ignited some things in me to just kind of streamline what I'm doing. And my mission is about the power shut up. So please look me up to find out more about what that's about. And just to connect real quick before we, end, is when I was looking at your pictures, it reminded me, because you forget about things that you do when you're a giver.
Yeah.
But that very first dedication to Martin Luther King, when they released it, and my old pastor was Joseph E. Lowry. When I lived in Georgia, went to Spelman, and my mother was on the treasury at the church and things, I was able to speak with him and do an interview with him and William Harbor, who was one of the Freedom Riders. And so it reminded me of all the things that I did, that those are permanent things that I did, and how honored I was to have the opportunity to connect with history. And you talk
Mm.
about Martin Luther King all the time, and he was always one of my favorites to talk about. And my children, as well, as they grew up, we love to visit, the home in Atlanta, and to be a part of that dedication and be able to write about it. And not only a magazine in LA, which was initially what I was asked to do, but that too ignited my dream, and I started my own magazine. So I'm forever grateful for history and those people, because it actually has allowed me to live in my dream. So thank you for just keeping me in that space of reminding me.
Well,
Thank you.
you're very, very welcome. I just love everything about you, and definitely tell people though how they can connect with you. Give them your websites, your handles. Give it to them all.
Lisa Dove Washington .com. Facebook is Lisa Dove Washington, or The Power Shut Up. And on YouTube, my channel is Lisa Dove Washington. So yeah, if you look up Lisa Dove Washington, I have Touched by Dove Publishing. I also am a crafter. So yeah, Lisa Dove Washington is where you'll find me. But what I would like for you to do is, if you can, visit the website, and you'll be able to check out all the projects and things that I'm working on, and connect with me. Let's see how we can work together to do more in the community.
Absolutely. Guys, that's how you serve. That's the purpose of this podcast, is to show you how we do it in the community. We are going to have a guest next Friday on the 26th, and I'm not sharing the name now because I wanted to surprise you. So, come back next Friday at 12 o'clock, the same bad channel, same bad time, and we're going to have a ball. I would like for me to give kudos again. I don't know if Chris can come on real quick. Chris, if you can come on real quick. I would love, and I wanted Tanik to come on too, but Chris, are you able to come on? I would love for you to give, as you being our engineer, as you being there she go. Come on up here.
My birthday sister.
Yes.
Yes. In the back, I'm like, yes, me too, Lisa, me too.
Yes.
Well, I don't see your face. Why don't I see you? I see you in the green, but I don't see you in the
You don't see me?
No, I don't see you on camera. I just see you in the green room. You normally have two of you up. We definitely want you on. We want to give some kudos to you. I've been seeing the stuff you've been doing, and I'm like, whoa, amazing.
And do you see me now?
No, Chris.
Oh no. Okay.
While Chris is coming up, I'm going to put my website in the chat. Connect with us. Wait, hold on. Let me see. There we go. www.leadingwithin.org. That's where we do and promote our podcast on. So thank y'all for try it again, Chris, because I still don't see you up.
I don't know.
All right, darn it. I wanted to bring you up, but if even though you still talk to us though, Chris, tell us
You can
about
hear me?
your we can hear you, we just can't see you. So tell us
Okay.
about your platform and what you do.
Okay, well, I have a platform. I do multiple things like you also. And like Lisa, this year I'm really kind of focusing on me and purpose and like how do I serve in a way that fulfills my purpose, which would fulfill me and make me happy. So learning how to definitely I'm strong with my no too, Lisa, so I get it. I say yes too much. But I have Only Greatness Media Production where I've been doing this for over since 2007. So it's been over 10 going on 15 years now that I've been in media production, and I really want to be able to empower people um, with the skills that I have. So I'm going to transition into teaching and training entrepreneurs as well as the youth and the skills that I have acquired over the years, and really streamlining that in a way that's purposeful, because I believe that our stories are very important, and using media as a platform to do that is a great way for us to continue as we move forward, especially with the age of technology and everything. So really training people is something that I'm working on doing with Only Greatness Media Production, and then also as well. I see the need for like the mindset shift for people for the connection of generations, and that was spoke about today on the platform. So I'm working on a documentary that addresses that issue specifically, especially in our community. But it's something that will allow us to not just see our color lines and see our barriers, but see beyond that, so that we can
Mm,
start to have vision for our future as a community, and not be stuck so much on what has happened to us, but using what has happened to us as a catalyst to propel us forward into what we see, what we want to see for our community. So
that's
that's
amazing.
what I do.
That's amazing. So how do individuals get in contact with you as well? And what are your platforms called so they can follow you on social media as well?
Okay, well, you can visit my personal brand website, which is www.smartvideogirl.com. And if you go there, you can see everything that I'm doing. It includes my um, speaking and empowering, as well as the video production and photography work that I do. And I'll be updating that, throughout over time with some of the new projects and things that I just spoke about as well. So if you go to smartvideogirl.com, you can see all of that.
Awesome, my love. All right. So, guys, with that being said, that's what it's all about. And I thank all of you all who joined today. I'm so grateful that all of you all out there serving the community, making it about the next generation, just giving back to those who are less fortunate than yourself. Just know that we see you. We may not always say anything, but we see you, and that's everyone that I'm connected to. We over here at Rosa, over here at all the platforms that we serve on, we see you. And most importantly, we see you serving. And for that, I'm honored and I'm blessed to know you. I hope you come back again next Friday for our guest that's going to be on our show. We'll be promoting that information. If I'm not connected with you, shoot me your email at ccparker123 at AOL.com. Call me directly on 202 365 8277. If you want to be on our speaking platform, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to just, talk, we're here for you at Rosa, and we're here to share your story. Thank you again for all who came out to celebrate my 60th birthday in 2023. I am still celebrating. And guess what? They're going to have to get mad at me because I'm not stopping celebrating. Just FYI, it's not stopping. Okay. I just thank God for allowing me to give back and to serve. And I hope I can continue to do it more. Guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Have a safe weekend on this snowy weekend and look forward to connecting with you soon. So Chris can take us out with our theme song. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Sean. Thank you all who serve Rosa and American mothers as well. Bye-bye, guys.
Synergy, energy, living legends are reaching me. Sharing knowledge with you and me, teaching us how to lead with Sharon Lee.